This is Button Mash, and he's a character of the popular TV show My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic. Now, why am I telling you this? Why should you even care in the first place? To put it simply, the short scene that you've just watched caused an extreme chain reaction that would eventually lead to a cease and desist letter from the company Hasbro against a YouTube animator who had appropriated the character in an extremely popular fan-made cartoon. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the tragic end of Button's adventures. In the Season 2 episode of My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic, we get an episode titled Hearts and Hooves Day, which is centered around a group of 3 fillies named Sweetie Belle, Apple Bloom, and Scootaloo, respectively. The 3 of them try to get someone to fall in love with their teacher, Cheerilee, for a holiday called Hearts and Hooves Day, which is basically just the My Little Pony version of Valentine's Day. In one scene of the episode, we get a song titled The Perfect Stallion, where the 3 of them sing about trying to find the perfect match for Cheerilee, and at one part we see Sweetie Belle gesture to a young pony playing an arcade machine, to which she says that he's too young for Cheerilee. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the first ever appearance of a pony who is dubbed the name Button Mash by the My Little Pony fandom, and just like a ton of other background ponies, he quickly became popular among the fandom. He then was in another episode titled Pony Confidential, where he was in a few small scenes, but his design would further change in Season 5's episode Slice of Life. We see Button Mash get a color change, and this caused a small feud over some of the fandom, because they missed his older color scheme. However, that was the only main controversy that he was in initially, and he basically stayed in the background of the show until the series finally ended. We also saw him briefly cameo in the My Little Pony mobile game, where we saw his cutie mark for the first time, which is, fittingly, a D-pad. But other than that, we never really saw him anywhere else. Until the fandom came in. People initially couldn't get enough of Button Mash, as he was one of the only ponies in the entire show to ever be shown playing a video game, and people immediately got to work with adding lore to his character. A lot of people collectively agreed that he would be shipped with Sweetie Belle, and I can personally say, it makes sense. So that was it, right? He was just a background pony that gained a bit of traction due to him being a gamer, and that's all. Well, that would be the case until a popular YouTube animator and a popular YouTube voice actor would step onto the scene. Blake Swift, better known as ShadyVox, is a popular voice actor and song producer that specializes in voicing characters of various indie YouTube animations. And if you don't recognize his name, you might recognize some of the characters he's played.
Honey?
What?
Where's my super shoes?
My name's Jaden Yuki, and I'm absolutely flawless.
We begin today's sermon immediately following my return from my crusade.
Alex better not have that stupid smug look on her face when I respawn.
I didn't think you'd actually jump in after me, brother. I must say, I'm touched.
Yeah, talk about a big roster. He's basically been around every corner of YouTube animation, appearing on countless popular channels and popular videos, with some of them even getting over 50 million views. He also has his own YouTube channel, where he mainly covers popular songs with his own style of animation. He's even been credited doing a ton of sound work with different things, one notable one being part of the soundtrack of Yu-Gi-Oh! Bonds Beyond Time. On top of playing all these characters listed, he was also offered the role of none other than Button Mash in a small indie show that was just in its infant stages, which was created by a YouTube animator named JanAnimation. JanAnimation, real name Gianfranco Sorrentino, is a fairly large YouTube animator, and he's known for creating various animations, which are mainly music videos. One of the notable ones was a song about bronies that included John DeLancey, or better known as the voice actor for Discord in the original Friendship is Magic show, or Jane's dad from Breaking Bad.
Shacking up and using with this scumbag, this loser!
It takes one to know one!
This video was a re-upload from John DeLancey's own brony documentary titled Bronies, the extremely unexpected adult fans of My Little Pony, which is its own can of worms that we'll save for another video, and JanAnimation obtained permission to make his own animation about the subject matter that was included in the original movie as a small segment. He's also created a few other animation skits, and an animated song by the band Scratch 21 titled Sorry Jack, about a hopeless romantic. Soon, JanAnimation had an idea for a show that would include the previously mentioned pony Button Mash. In his own show, he aimed to fully animate it in the original My Little Pony style, and thus, a new YouTube indie show was born. On August 4th, 2013, the pilot episode for the series created by ShadyVox and Jan Animation, titled Button's Adventures, was uploaded to YouTube, and it initially had an incredibly positive start. The episode included a few short segments that showed Button Mash's last day before school. We see him introduce himself, get unlucky with the peel and win on an apple juice box, try out an old game console that his father had, play with the toy train that catches on fire, get a brain freeze, ask his mom Pokemare, voiced by Almonte, where his Joy Boy was. Please don't get me started on what people had to say about her. We see him play with a mustache, and get grounded for being too addicted to video games. And that's where the pilot episode ended. Initially, the pilot episode received a ton of praise and support, due to its great voice acting, funny jokes, and surprisingly good animation style that was faithful to the original show. It's clear that the show knew its demographic, and its success caused it to quickly become popular among the My Little Pony community. Afterwards, Jan Animation and ShadyVox went on to fully animate a music video cover of Don't Mind at Night with the same characters. Yeah, they made a parody of a Katy Perry song. The song used some of the same lyrics and settings of the original Minecraft parody, but they changed up some of the lyrics to fit more with the theme. With Minecraft as well as My Little Pony taking off during this era, the song quickly became extremely popular, and it eventually garnered about a third of the views that the original parody had. Jan Animation soon planned to turn the pilot episode into a full series, and there even still exists an animatic of the second episode where we get introduced to Button Mash's older brother. However, this is the moment that the parent company, Hasbro, would step in. On March 18th, 2014, Jan Animations received a letter from the legal firm of Hasbro, and it stated that he needed to stop all of his fan productions that included projects of the company, which basically meant that anything related to the My Little Pony Friendship is Magic show had to be removed completely from his YouTube channel. Afterwards, Jan Animations had exchanged emails with a lawyer from Hasbro for quite a bit of time, but it only resulted in the go-ahead to re-upload a few of the videos that he had created. Sometime later, Hasbro's lawyer informed Jan Animations that another individual from a different department in Hasbro wanted to discuss the matter, and the two of them began exchanging emails back and forth for a long time as well. The other Hasbro individual then organized a phone call with Jan Animations, and informed him that his plan was to have a conference call to discuss the issue with some higher forms of the company, and Jan Animations was promised that he could re-upload all of his fan content after the call. However, the company continued stalling for the conference call, and it took about an entire year to finally be held after the original letter was sent. Talk about a quick PR team. During the conference call, however, Jan Animations was told that he could not continue nor re-upload his past fan projects, which went against what one of the members had promised him. But one thing still remained: the case hadn't been closed, and Jan Animations continued trying to contact the previous members of Hasbro, but they never responded to him. So, in the end, not only had Jan Animations lost the rights to upload his videos, but he had also been completely ignored after the fact. This was it. Button Mash had basically been wiped off the face of the internet for good. After the cease and desist letter, Jan Animations and ShadyVox created one final collaboration called Button Mash's Game Over, which set an end to the entire Button Mash saga that had occurred. The song was sung from Button's perspective, and it shows him saying goodbye to his family and leaving to be on his own. The song is extremely full of heart and emotion, and it serves as a beautiful reminder about the journey that Button Mash had. And this is the last thing about him we ever officially got from Jan Animations. It seems that since the song, Jan Animations and ShadyVox have split ways, with ShadyVox moving on to new voice acting projects, and Jan Animations quitting YouTube completely a couple years ago. However, this doesn't mean that the legacy of Button Mash is completely dead. Like stated earlier, a few re-uploads were allowed for Jan Animations, which included the original Don't Mind at Night parody, and it still holds up to this day. He also made many appearances on the show in later seasons, but still as a minor background character. He's also still been heavily shipped with Sweetie Belle, but we never really got it confirmed, so the only thing we have left of him are re-uploads of the original show. Button Mash was a character that had incredible potential to be a great fan animated show, but when reality struck, it brought Button Mash down with it. This situation serves as a great example that success doesn't always last, and not to take the things you've created for granted. Rest in peace, Button Mash. You will be missed. Hey guys, it's Josh, and I just want to say a few things before the video ended. Right now I'm here with my boneless Christmas tree. Please don't make fun of me for putting it up so early. It was $20 at Dollar General, and I was like, okay, and I got it. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. I just wanted to thank you all for the recent support that I've got, especially on my last video that got over like 9,000 views somehow. I literally doubled my subscriber count in like 10 days, so not bad. I'll just say that much. Basically, I just wanted to thank you all for this recent support. I'll probably do a couple more of these video essays later. Who knows? We'll figure it out. We'll see. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe, and peace out.